Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Reality with DVD. Come on in, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell button. You will be notified when I upload a video. Share the video. Why? Because sharing is indeed caring. When you watch this video and you hear the swooshing and the whooshing, I'm like Angela, honey. I'm ready for a fan. You know, it's the mental pause. Speaking of Angela, this episode analysis is going to be based on Angela's behavior. And I missed the point as my children say. My children are in tag, y'all. That's talented and gifted. But they still say Mr. Pointed. Like I'm not their mama. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. And then as I'm looking at, doing the rewatch or whatever, I'm disgusted that these black women don't know that they're black Scots. And then that dumbass K. Michelle, who has been offered to be into 18 different law schools, called him an African American. Yeah. They're in Scotland. Yeah. Then SHEMEA. I didn't know they have black people in Scotland. Then KELLIE. Do they have black people in Scotland? Then they said he favored Idris Elba. Y'all, I can't make this stuff up. Now you know damn well. Now, let me just say this. Revoke my black card if you must. When they were comparing Idris to Eddie, when said Eddie was her Idris and that was why Giselle was jealous, everybody had to put pictures up of Eddie as if Eddie was an ugly ass man. If Idris was a regular ass man walking down the street and I had to choose between him and Corkid, whatever his name is over there in Scotland, I would have chose Corkid. Because Idris is not all that to me. I said it. Oh, somebody come get me. I said it. He's an ashy black for me. I like my man dipped in chocolate. Like Fedrick's dumbass said that the man who's already dipped in chocolate is chocolate. I like him to be like not ashy, It just kind of ashy to me. And Luther, what's his name? Gunther, Luther, something on all these movies. I mean, he just, and then his ass was an alcoholic on Heat Man. Now, I didn't know Man at Arms was ever an alcoholic, so that's a different story. But I didn't know himself. So I'm like, I'm just not where you are, Laura. I like Corkid. And he more looks like Sterling K. Brown as they come to realize. So he's a good looking man to me. I mean, Idris, he alright, I mean, I don't know he ain't no Denzel, you know what I'm saying? I like, I'm gonna let it go before y'all unsubscribe. Child, because I got enough of that going on. Especially with YouTube not pushing my videos like they once did. But that's neither here nor there. I'm still gonna push through. Now, let me quickly give you the diaspora. That's just like every time you turn around, you got black people saying that Cardi B is not black. It's not. It's very rare that you're gonna find a Dominican, a Puerto Rican, or any other of them Caribbeans people from down there, the brown people that don't have African DNA. Now that's North America, South America, right? The Americas. So we would spread it out through the Americas through slavery. Also through the fact that, black people have been exploring the Americas. So we're not going to talk about that, Africans. Then you have the slave trade. Now I know damn well. Y'all know the British started the transatlantic slave trade, right? Y'all know that, right? So the Brits, the Scots, not so much the Irish, but some, had slaves. Okay. I know they know this. You wish they knew this because they damn sure did. Moving right along. Let me get out of my soapbox on that. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Okay, now here's where things get sticky. Sticky, icky, icky, icky. So, basically, because George with the green beard from a couple episodes ago, SHEMEA's lawyer, accused, well, he's in the picture, but he's married to a lady named Ashley, and Angela has accused SHEMEA of sleeping with him because he gave SHEMEA a donation for breast cancer awareness. Am I correct? So this is a scheme all set up by Angela to come to us with bullshit. Because now I'm like, what happened to the Hawks and Falcons? The Dirty Birds. The original accusation was her sleeping with the Dirty Bird. Then she asked was she sleeping with George because George made a donation. But here's the coup de grace to this conversation. Cynthia says that SHEMEA can bring the group together. In confession, SHEMEA's like, ain't you the one who, the friend that's supposed to be neutral? So, PORSHA, the voice of reason all of a sudden, says, who I'm not sure is all innocent in this, says that she's gonna dead it. So when she deads it, she ends up, her and Phaedra ends up in Angela's room. And Angela calls Ashley, who apparently is George's wife, the one with the green beard. So she goes on to tell her that she didn't say that they were screwing, but in that conversation, Ashley is saying, you are the one who said that I should dig up dirt on SHEMEA. Oh, Angela. Ooh, girl. I am not loving this at this moment. It's making you look, not so savory. And then I look over and I see PORSHA give Phaedra the tap, tap, tap. And K. Michelle does not want SHEMEA to get kicked out the house because she got a rich husband. But then she also admitted that SHEMEA can't lead her anywhere but to the mall. Because she's always out where? Side. Now, do I believe SHEMEA is cheating on Alfred? The H-back man, based on the fact that he's a rich dude. And, girl, I don't care how rich he is. He can't afford to buy no Falcons team. I don't care what you say. Got money along the man, of course, and hers. And probably all the women on the show put together. However, do I believe she would risk a relationship with that man to sleep with a falcon or a hawk or any dirty bird? I wouldn't put it past her. Because SHEMEA is of the PORSHA family of PORSHA. And can't nobody PORSHA like PORSHA can but SHEMEA. Okay. And I said what the fuck I said. It's my opinion. Shout out to Tam Judge. So the car setup is Angela, Phaedra, and PORSHA. And the next car is Drew. I thought I had it. It's Drew, Kelly. It's 3 to a car. Drew, Kelly, and Cynthia. And then the next car is SHEMEA, K. Michelle, and Pinky. Yeah. Now, the reason why the car ride is important is in getting the people right is because you can't just talk about the people that's in the car, because these people are riding separately. So I was trying to make sure that I had that right, because you can't talk about, well, if Angela and SHEMEA was in the same car, Angela wouldn't be able to say shit she's saying in the car with Phaedra and PORSHA. And this is where people are beginning to believe that it's something going on between Angela, Phaedra, and PORSHA. But in confessional, Phaedra is saying that these kind of lies can be very harmful, which is making it seem like she's not in this mess. Her name is Wes. That's what it seemed like. So it seemed like that Angela is on an island of her own so far. Even though I still got my good eye on PORSHA. So the Angela shit has overshadowed the SHEMEA and K Michelle shit. Since everybody's talking about the Angela shit and K Michelle and SHEMEA shit, we still have to deal with the K Michelle and SHEMEA shit. Cause we can't forget that conversation that she had with Pinky. So SHEMEA the one who brought it up to me. Girl, I don't like you bringing that up in front of the group. Well, K Michelle, came to her side rather defense child. She was like, look, I told her that because of my feelings were hurt. And she was like, well, she apologized and said she won't bring it up again. But here's the analysis. Are you ready? Now, some people are saying that they about to bring Kirk's side wife and Toya to the show. Now, how would they ever work if K Michelle stays on the show? I don't want to see Toya in her New Orleans accent, nor do I want to see Kirk's side wife chopping it up with K Michelle. We done with that. We had enough. Everybody has moved on. K Michelle is married to that dentist with the built-in rouge on his skin, on his face. And Rashida is the side wife to Kirk Frost, who's had other children. And Adam's apple that you can put in and pull out. And then you have Toya, who's been married twice since then. So nobody wants to see that. I'm done with all of that. Even though K Michelle will keep that in her back pocket till the next 26 moons come up. I don't want to see it on my screen no more, though. And I understand that she was in an abusive relationship with Memphis Hits. Takes Wendy Williams to describe Memphis Hits. But his name was Hits because he made hits with the people. But, Wendy Williams said it's because he hit people. But don't bring them on the show. But my thing was, K Michelle deserves the respect, because she'll be a sophomore by then, of them not bringing them on the show. But SHEMEA, see, this is where SHEMEA gets, the kick in the pants that she needs. She needs to stop bringing up about how she has this charity friendship with K Michelle. I would take it the same way. I know K Michelle has her paranoid moments, but I would take that the same way. You just, like I'm supposed to be. Excuse me, I've been drinking orange cream slush from Sunny. Shout out to them. Yeah, I would take it the same way. I wouldn't, I don't want your little charity friendship. Like you just doing me a favor being my friend. Girl, bye. But let me say, SHEMEA did apologize. But still. So Phaedra has to shade them in the confessionals like she does. And she was like, because they were talking about the men. She said, no, we're going to have a trip to Scotland. She said, well, your palate may not be as rich as mine, seeing as how I've had Scotland food. And when you have processed vegan meat and chicken and waffles all day, then your palate wouldn't be open to try different things. Girl, why does this lady act like she all cultured from that little bit of Athens, Georgia place? No, her mama didn't take her ass nowhere around the corner to Atlanta to go up to Lenox Mall And I said what I said until she went to college and became a lawyer. A lawyer at that. And so far, things are going good again. Pinky has fixed everybody's lives since she worked on the Ideon show and the Mora show. She can fix people's lives. So now we found out that Porsha's gay. So now we got to talk about the homosexuality of this child. So Pinky done been with a woman for 3 years, and she needed something long and strong. So she realized that, she's strictly addicted. Everybody's saying they need to go and check the basement because, Anna said she got one locked up in the basement. Then, Kelly said she laid up with a woman to please a man. Ain't that much pleasing in the world. Every man that's ever asked me for a threesome, I said, oh, you gonna bring another man in? So, yeah, okay. So, that was never work out for me. Same with Drew. And Drew said, no, that's not gay. Shoot, forget all of that. Forget that Ty Young was in the press, and I talked to her for 522 hours on the phone, according to Mia or Tia, whatever her name was down there to the basketball wife. But, nah, never just settled with a woman. It was more like Ralph Stein. Child back. That's like being gay for pay for me. So, then, here comes SHEMEA. SHEMEA said she ain't never been with no woman. Then, Cynthia say she kissed the girl, but she didn't like it. Then, Porsha was like, she was aggressive with that kiss. Now, mind you, Porsha is always giving us gay tendencies. Somebody gonna eat my... Do I need to remind you of Bolo Gay? There goes the side shade. And she done been submerged in the lady pond. Shout out to Fairtrue again. And K. Michelle, K. Michelle. K. Michelle has slept with Jocelyn. They talked about, is his name Jocelyn, the one from Love and Hip Hop? They talked about it on Love and Hip Hop. I'm surprised she didn't bring that up. But she left somebody for somebody, and somebody left her for a man. No, K. Michelle was still sleeping with men. And the girlfriend got jealous. Well, K. Michelle, you were cheating on that lady. And she left you for the hairdresser. And she was an actress that stayed on the couch. Gotcha. But girl, no surprise about K. Michelle. She said she liked the chocolate girl. She said that on one of the earlier episodes. Pinky talked about her car ride, and then she's like, she wanted to know what Angela SHEMEA good. Because, of course, Angela's main conversation with Drew and Pinky was SHEMEA. And so she was like, you approached my daughter. And she's like, I didn't approach her. And then she said, well, I did tell her that, you're nicer than your mom. Now, let me break this down for everybody that keep talking about that damn girl is grown. I'm looking at it from the child's perspective. Okay? Don't talk about my mama to me. Okay? You don't have that. And I'm pretty sure SHEMEA feel the same way about mama preaching over there. So you can't talk about my mama to me. So whatever you say, if I perceive it to be negative, and you saying something about my mama, I'm going to tell her, and then me and you going to have a conversation. So, yeah, I see the point there. But everybody out here in these streets talking about, if she grown-ass woman, you're not approaching a child. No, I'm looking at it from a perspective as me being the child. And put myself in the child's place. Because I'm still, even though my mama's gone on the glory, I'm still her child. And I still box about mama. And you say something to me like that, which was kind of sarcastic, and it had a little shade, and it had a little read to it, yeah, it's a problem. When I say this is a golden naked hair moment that went wrong, Drew, what the hell? She literally looked like Eddie Monster. I wonder was that a wig on Eddie Monster had with him having that extra widow's peak. Then she said, well, you can go back and forth with me because Angela did. You can spar with me. I just had to throw that side note in about that ugly hair in that confessional. Oh, my. Ooh, it made... Ooh, I didn't even know who that lady was at first until I heard her voice. But anyway, a wig can turn you into a whole different person. I guess that's why I don't like to wear. Listen to him like that. Listen, we're not talking about me. But Angela said, don't bring my child into what we got going on. SHEMEA once again apologized. So she thinks that every time she gets, because of the Angela Drew Porsha triangle of it all, every time she gets into it with Angela or Porsha, and Drew's mind is really about Porsha. I disagree. SHEMEA told Angela she's a mean girl. She said, but then you say that my husband steps out on me, he doesn't really love me. She said, those are rebuttals. As my mind goes back to things, I don't remember at all Angela starting it. Because SHEMEA is the one who said this. She sees Charles in the street. SHEMEA is the one who laughed when Porsha said that she would fuck Charles. So, no, those are not rebuttals. However, what Angela said in that moment when she said, does that make it right? She shouldn't have said, does that make it right? Because it made it seem like she had said something to her first. I don't recall that. What she should have said was, boo, those are not rebuttals. You come at me first. That would have did it that. Instead of saying, does that make it right? Which just seemed like, I can say whatever I want to say about you. But you can't say anything about me. And that's how a lot of content creators and just the Twitterverse and TikTokverse took it as well. No. Drop down in the comments. Let me know. When has Angela ever said anything about SHEMEA first? Initiated. Because it seems to me that that's the other way around. About the rebuttals. So I think this is where things get confusing. Angela said that SHEMEA fucked Joy. Angela never said that Ashley suspected that SHEMEA was fucking George and that she had told Angela that. See, okay? This is where everybody else in the 20verse and the YouTube verse need to pump their brakes and really analyze that. Angela is saying this is in her mind. This is what she suspects due to the payout. And I agree with Angela here. She never said that SHEMEA, that Ashley told her that. Well, Ashley is off in the Twitterverse herself with her little Twitter fingers. I know it's X, y'all, but it just sounds better with Twitter. With her little Twitter fingers going crazy, just dragging Angela. I didn't say this, I didn't say that. Her yard messed up. She bringing down her property value. Her grass is high. What the fuck does that have to do with somebody suspecting that they fucking your damn leprechaun ass husband with the green beard? Nothing. Well, take that back. Not even leprechauns wear that bullshit, because leprechauns wear red beard. So, who want that? I'm just saying. So, I forgot earlier, SHEMEA brings up that whole Sasquatch thing again. I got to go back to that because of this conversation right here. And then Angela says that she's Shalia because of her not saying things to her face earlier about Ashley and George. But remind you, now SHEMEA is being childish in there calling her Sasquatch. So, there go Angela again with the things. Now, I think they're creative. SHEMEA, calling her Shemina, Shahada, Shalaya. We've all done that, guys. I mean, everybody's saying it's getting old and whack, but how many times did I made up one my own self for Sheree. She don't pay. That's me. Terrence called it she by not a goddamn thing or something like that. He called it. But so that's old. But I'm gonna always call Sheree she don't pay because that's all I've ever heard. And again, I still wonder if she paid the little girl that I used to babysit because she don't pay. Admitted that she don't like to pay her bills on the episode. So what's wrong with the nameplate? Cause it fit. She liar. And even the content creators that say it's getting old calls her out. Her name calls Erica Daniro. Shout out to her. Calls her Shamika. But you know she's team SHEMEA in this case. She ain't feeling answer. But I'm just saying we do the wordplay on their names all the time if it fits. Now, I had the damn show still playing. We do it sometimes. But let me just say, because, you know, Bravo don't play, I had to hurry up and stop it. But even with my non-monetized channel, they'll take whatever 2 cents that I do get off this little channel child. Anyway, yeah. SHEMEA got her when she said when you made that shit up on Phaedra, then you making it up on me now. And then Anderson says, you're just a lapdog ass bitch. Ooh. The word lapdog, that right there. Now that's what's getting in my crawl space. And then her barking. I mean, it's beginning to be played because Drew is wearing it out. Because she was saying that now K. Michelle is SHEMEA's lapdog. And now it's SHEMEA, Angela is still saying she's somebody's lapdog. Then PORSHA like, who lapdog is she now? Because she ain't mine and we ain't fucking with each other like that. So, in K. Michelle's profession, she's like, I'm going to know Pinky to be able to fix a lot of things. Bankruptcy, credit. But I don't think she can fix this thing right here. I know that's right. Pinky back the hell up playing Mom's Dukes over here. It ain't working. Because these girls is going back and back, forth and forth. Let them argue it out. Because I think that things will get resolved if they both just shut the hell up. Because they both, here's my final conclusion. They both getting on my damn nerves. Even though I like Angela better than I like SHEMEA. This whole George, you sleeping with the Falcons, Charles Oakley is out there. I've come to the conclusion that both of them were wrong. And they get on my nerves. And it's making the show boring. This same damn argument. I just want something new and fresh. That's what it is for me. So in a way, Phaedra breaks the fourth wall and says, let's just keep in mind the kids are off limits. This is where the grown woman stuff comes in. Yeah. Girl is grown in a confessional. But still, don't talk about my mom. My mama off limits to your black ass. And I ain't colorist. Okay? Just saying. And I don't care if you think I'm colorist, because I've got plenty of proof to show that I ain't colorist. Go back and look at my khaki color videos about Giselle and Robin. I'm team winning all day, every day. If SHEMEA gave me a reason to be team SHEMEA besides her throwing our colorism out there, because PORSHA decided that she wasn't going to be on her side in this situation because she want to table the shit, I can see a point, because they getting on my nerves too. And I'm just watching the damn show. I can only imagine being there sitting with them bitches for 5-6 hours going over that same bullshit. Pinky comes into the room with Cynthia. Cynthia comes in full guard. Phaedra, Drew, and PORSHA. How the hell did she get off under her mama's wing? Joking. I was talking about SHEMEA's ass, but they all stuck together like damn glue. But this was a moving moment. PORSHA actually poured into her. When I tell you, That Portia is about as deep as a muddy puddle. Jumping up and down in a muddy puddle. You know where I got that from? Like, right, you know, I have small children, so I got that from the little pig girl. Like, I can't think of her name. Is her name Peppa Pig? Yes. However, it really seemed that she was genuine. Of course, you can't pull into anybody without a Bible scripture, child. And Kelly received it, and she apologized. She said, I've said some things to you that has made you come out of a bag on me, and it's time for us to be mature, basically. And she's like, it's about that house. That's what it is, because if I have to move out of that house, me and poor Laura will be fine. Girl, you can't afford that house. I know you making millions on the show, way more than I probably ever make in a lifetime. However, girl, you know, y'all know social workers don't make no money, and we work harder than everybody, including teachers. Now, they'll stand up for a teacher and say, woo, teachers don't make no money. They should make more money than they do. They will stand up for them. They may not pay them for saying that, but they will say that. Social workers, not so much. But anyway, and we out there doing the work. Okay? When I say work, even teachers have to come to us for the work. Nurses come to us for the work. But we're not going to put down one profession from the other, because according to the Mr. Trump, the orange pickle skin, he says that none of us are professionals. Social workers, teachers, female-dominated professions. But that's neither here nor there. You know, they poured into each other, and I thought it was a beautiful thing. And then Drew started opening up about her not knowing where she was going to live. Drew, you know you one of my favorites, girl. My favorite. When people ask me who's my favorite on the show right now, I said, no, nobody. Not my favorite. Because my favorite is gone. She twirled on out the door when she showed them alleged dirty pictures. I still say alleged because Brett Edie says that wasn't her. Whips and Chains says that wasn't her on the picture. So therefore, in my opinion, they can bring my girl back. Now that's my girl. My girl is gone. Okay? She twirled right on out the door. But, and however, I like Drew. But in this moment, it was the moment when she said that SHEMEA kissed Candy, because that should have been said. Because SHEMEA was sitting up there like she had innocently kissed the woman. She should have been alluding to some of this early on, because we know that Ralph has gone to the school of Motel Holt from Love and Marriage Huntsville, and he has learned how to gaslight the fuck out of his wife. You know, he was pretty good at it before, but through the courts, that right there, that came from that yellow M&M. Motel, Hotel. But I'm glad that they came to a resolution. It looks good on them. Let me just say that. And guess who weren't? Who wasn't? And who weren't anywhere to be found? Angela and SHEMEA. When they went in that damn room with the rest of those ladies, wasn't it peaceful and calm and kind? And it seems like that on the next episode, it's only when them bitches around that the drama's gonna start back up. Anyway, I'm gonna close there. Come on in. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell button, and you will be notified when I upload a video. Share the video. Why? Because sharing is indeed caring. And as I do, when I close, I'm going to chunk them up. Deuces.